Okay, guys, so in this video, we're going to talk more about Genius brand stock. This was a stock that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and the stock has been on a simple tear. As you can see here, guys, so it started off early May. To give you guys a quick recap what's been transpiring, it started off in early May at around 33 cents or so, and the stock has ran up a ton. So it's currently up about over 1,000%. Yes, guys, it's up over 1,000% year to date. And the stock did kind of hit. It was a little bit oversold. I'm sorry, overbought. So it was a little bit overbought, and there was a little bit of resistance at around, I would say, $8 or so. And the stock is now settled at $4.52. So, guys, today is the official launch day of their Kartoon channel. So, for you guys that checked out that previous video, the content has been basically launched worldwide on Google Play Store, on Apple Store, on Roku, on Prime. Basically, has been distributed all over the world. And as you can Robin track, we can see that Genius Brands was the #1 traded stock on Robinhood on Monday's session. So over 13,000 people bought the stock, and now over 198,000 people own the stock on the Robinhood app, guys. So let's jump right into that article. So as you can see here, there was some big news now. Arnold Schwarzenegger is announced as a significant investor, guys. So this is a huge vote of confidence. And I already mentioned to you guys that Schwarzenegger and Warren Buffett were working with this company, and I didn't think that they would be working with a trash company. Obviously, their reputations are at stake, and guys like Schwarzenegger, for you guys that don't know, I want to talk a little bit about him and give you guys a background on him. But first, let's get to the news stories. As you can see here, it says Schwarzenegger agrees to accept warrants to buy stock as an advance as he stars in co-produced the Stan Lee superhero kindergarten. So, guys, let's just check out the article. It says shares of Genius Brands International surged on heavy volume Monday after the kids media company announced that Arnold Schwarzenegger has agreed to become a significant investor. So the announcement comes as the company's new Kartoon channel launches on multiple streaming platforms, including Dish, Prime, Apple TV, Sling, and Comcast Xfinity. So the stock was up a bunch, and there was very heavy trading volume. So why is this such a huge deal? Well, as you can see here, guys, it says the company said that any further payouts Schwarzenegger expect to be in cash, and he's also elected to receive warrants to buy Genius Brands common stock. So, a lot of celebrities, when they sign deals with companies like that, a lot of times they will receive obviously huge cash payments and things like that. But the fact that he wants to own shares of this company means that obviously he's had time to check out this company, and they've sold him on the long-term potential. And guys, Schwarzenegger is a really smart guy. I want to talk a little bit about him. Give you guys a background for you guys. Perhaps you guys aren't really familiar with him. Let's check out his Wiki, kind of do a quick search. Okay, so he really became famous. He was very famous back in the 80s and the 90s. So he started out as a bodybuilder. He was really famous for being a bodybuilder, and he built up a ridiculously famous physique. And he was one of the pioneers of the bodybuilding industry in general. Back in the 80s and 90s and things like that. People definitely, even in the 70s, people wanted to work out to look like Arnold. And then, he transitioned to become a huge movie star. He made a lot of movies. The Terminator is probably his most famous movie that he starred in. And he also starred as Kindergarten Cop. That's another one where he was like a police officer working, like kind of on a sting, working at a kindergarten. And then he came out with Predator, Con Man. So he had an illustrious movie career, and he's basically been successful for most of his career. And then after he was a movie star, he transitioned. He ended up being the governor of California for 8 years. So guys, he's 72 years old. He's been very successful throughout his career, and basically whether it's been bodybuilding or movie acting or even politics, he's just a really smart guy overall. So the fact that he's investing in this company, I think this is just a huge vote of confidence. And as you can see here, the stock has skyrocketed over 2,000% over the last 3 months, and the stock hit basically was at a 5-year high until they ended up selling some shares, of course. But they also hired some awesome talent to run the Kartoon channel, guys. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the Kartoon channel in a second. So here's exactly what Arnold said. He said, "I'm honored to help realize Stan's vision of creating a children's cartoon series that not only entertains with superhero adventures, but also imparts valuable lessons about the importance of health, exercise, nutrition, anti-bullying, and diversity, guys. So there was also a press release, a shareholder letter written directly by the CEO, Andy Hayward, and he talks more about this. But the most important point here is that the governor is elected to take his compensation not in cash, but in warrants to purchase shares of Genius Brands common stock. So, and then there's also some amazing news. They said we are fortunate to be approached by Alibaba, the biggest company in China, where both Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stan Lee are celebrities of iconic stature, to be our partner, and with whom we have concluded a deal. So it says Alibaba will broadcast a series in China on their national children's platform. It will be the agent for all consumer products and commerce in China. And then they're also working with Amazon Prime as well. So guys, just a lot of exciting news for Genius Brands. And this company, I'm just more and more impressed by it every day. It just seems like all the ducks are lining in order. And so now we don't want to just talk about what other people are talking about the company. We want to see what actually the consumers of the content are saying. So since the channel basically launched already, I just simply did a simple Google search. I'm on the Google Play Store. So as you can see here, I'm on the Kartoon channel. This is the channel that they're launching. And as you can see here, they're doing really well when it comes to reviews. So, obviously, guys, I would assume that these are legit user reviews. But as you can see here, it's got a 5-star rating, and over 2,500 people have rated this on average. And as you can see here, here's some of the reviews. This one is posted on June 13th. It says, I've been watching them update the ad and add more content. It gets better every time I look. Right now it's more of a sneak preview. They haven't added all the content or fixed everything. Actual launch is 15th. I'm liking some of the cartoons. They look cute. Another review, amazing. I have a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old. They both love this app. It features a variety of shows for both their age. My 1-year-old was dancing with their baby Genius song. Super cute and excited for more to come. It will keep them busy while I get some business done. Another review, great content. It has several series, and all of them seek to stimulate children's minds, such as their creativity, and teach them different things. Another review, amazing app for kids to enjoy and learn. Here's another one. I've been looking for a streaming service, educational content that is age specific for younger audiences. This is exactly what we have been looking for. Our kids love it, and we love the meaningful information they're acquiring. So, guys, as you can see here, a lot of these reviews are really glowing views from parents that whose their kids really love the content. A great platform here for kids. So, I think that there's a lot of good news surrounding this company, and it just seems like that this is turning more into a very decent long-term investment. So I was already on board when Warren Buffett, said that he was going to help them produce a children's series. But not only are the celebrities on kind of on board with this company, and they have an awesome management team, but the actual parents of the kids that are watching this content are going on to Google Play Store and leaving glowing reviews, guys. So let's go back and wrap things up with where I think the stock is going in the long term. Well, I think it's really important here. So guys, I'm using a software called TradingView, and one thing I like to do is when I like to visualize things, I like to draw a simple trend line. So as we can see here, we can just draw a simple trend line right here. So we change that color to make it a little bit easier to see. So as you can see here, right now the trend is up. So obviously the stock price has a lot of volatility. Things are kind of moving up and down. So we've shot up to $8 and come all the way back down to 3. But the overall trajectory is up. So I think this is an excellent long-term investment, and this is actually a stock that I think would be a very great long-term hold, because as I've been mentioning in some of my previous videos, I think video content is definitely the future. 80% of all online traffic is video content. People they have apps, they have Roku devices, they have Amazon's device for streaming content, Chromecast. So streaming is definitely the future. And one of the reasons why I think this company kind of pushed so hard to put this content out there is because they understand that they're going to be able to monetize this content for years to come. And the good thing about this is that the kids content is geared for basically kids under, I would say, age 11 or 12. And the good thing is that every year more kids are born, so there's just a constant cycle of kids coming into the content. They'll enjoy it, and then as they mature and get older, they're obviously going to watch other things, but more kids will come in to replace them, and that should continue to do great things for the stock price and of course shareholders. So full disclosure, guys, I am a shareholder in Genius Brands. I'm going to be adding to my position obviously throughout the month and well into the long term. I just really like this company, guys. I basically like any streaming company out there. So I like Roku, Netflix, and Genius Brands. Any company that is putting video content out there, I think you guys hold on to this stock for a little bit of time. I think you're going to be very, very satisfied. So, guys, to give you guys kind of a future target price, it's really hard because we don't know exactly what their revenues are going to be, but we do know that there is some resistance at $8. So for me, I would like to see the stock kind of approach $8 probably by, I would say, by the time kids start going back to school, so by August. And then I think I'll be able to have some more information, guys. Hopefully, I'll be able to give you guys an update on how much money they're making during their initial launch, how many people have, downloaded their apps and things like that. But I thought this information on the Google Play Store was an excellent resource, guys. So, okay, so as you can see here, it says that the app was downloaded over 5,000 times and it was updated on June 12th. And I don't see any reviews prior to June 12th, so I believe that that's probably the beginning of the launch date, guys. So, like I said, 5,000 downloads on the first couple of days. We expect this to increase, and the reviews are really excellent. So, I think this is good long-term outlook for this stock. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this content and smash that red subscribe button to subscribe to my channel for more future videos on Genius Brands and other kind of these digital, I would say, streaming on demand stocks that I think are going to do really, really well throughout the rest of this decade. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.